from the high school baseball and softball season on KADR.
1-1 is the count to Scharf, and she lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep left field. If it stays fair, it's gone, and it is a fair ball and a home run. Ashlyn Scharf goes yard, a 2-run shot, and the Warriors lead 3-0 here in the top of the first. And delivers the 0-2 pitch to Deitmeyer, lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep left field, hits the top of the fence, and is caught at the bottom of the fence there by Scharf. It's a double. It stays in the park. Deitmeyer goes to second. It's a stand-up double. Scoring is Sodawasser. Great job by Scharf cutting it off, then flipping it to the left fielder Behrens to get it back in. But Deitmeyer just misses going yard, and the game now tied at 4. 1-1 pitch to Mosier. Lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep left field, and it is gone as it one hops and hits the mobile studio. In one swing of the bat, Taylor Mosier hits the third home run for the Warriors, and they take the lead here in the top of the 7th. Helly delivers the 1-2 pitch. Curveball swinging right through to Gordon. Helly strikes out the side to close out the one-hitter here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That gives him 12 strikeouts in the ballgame. 1-2 pitch, and that ball lined into right field, and on the run is Tracer, and it's out of her reach, and then going to scoop by her. Took a bad angle. Scoring from second is Jacobson. Gert wheeled around from second. She'll go to third. The throw not in time. She slides in. It's cut off in the infield. And it's 6-4 MFL Marmac in the lead, a triple by Caitlin Gert. So that brings up once again now here Ella Seek, who lines it down the left field line. It's a base hit. Scoring from third is Dean. They'll wave around 9. Nice score standing up, and the game comes to an end. North Fayette Valley ends it on the 10-run rule. A base hit and 2 RBIs. It is 10-0. The Tiger Hawks keep pace with the Upper Iowa Conference leaders.
Welcome to the postseason.
The doctors and staff at Family Dentistry of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local high school baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamonds. Dr. Mark Bowie, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, and Dr. Courtney Wicken strongly encourage all of these area athletes to wear athletic mouthguards while on the playing field to protect their great smiles. That's Family Dentistry of Monona, 602 Tower Street, 539-4651.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock-bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Robertson.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Ray's Excavating, Little Bit of Country Stove and Fireplaces in Strawberry Point, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Egg Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, and LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. We begin the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Starmont softball coach Jake Munger. Coach, our team finishing up the regular season 4-20, dropped a doubleheader to Edgewood Colesburg. Tell me about those two games.
Dan, we started off our first game pitching Savannah Messplay, who's not one of our normal pitchers. We kind of wanted to save our pitcher for the game, for our regional game, obviously. Savannah, she threw strikes. She doesn't throw real hard. We just wanted her to throw strikes, and they hit the ball and put it in play. We had a few errors, and we didn't hit the ball against them either. They have a great young pitcher. The Eggleseder girl is a great freshman pitcher. We struggle to get hit. Kind of something we've struggled with all year has been at the plate. The second game, I thought we hit the ball better. We just got into positions where we gave up too many walks. Our pitcher gave up 8 walks. And they had some hits in key situations. We had a couple of errors, and we ended up losing 9-4. So I think if we can consistently throw strikes, keep our walks at 1 or 2 walks, and not have any errors, and put the ball in play, then I think we can make it a game.
Sure. All right, let's talk about pitching-wise then. Who do you look to throw in tonight's ball game?
We're going to go with our senior, Maria Grumman. It's kind of been a Cinderella story for us. She had some hip problems throughout her career, had a couple hip surgeries with torn labrums in her hip, and had those operated on, and didn't pitch at all last year, didn't play much at all last year. So she worked pretty hard this winter pitching, and kind of came on for us in the middle of the season, being one of our regular starters, just being consistent, throwing strikes, keeping her walks, at 2-3 a game, just letting our defense work behind us. So that's who we're going with tonight, and that gives us a chance to put our other pitcher, Josie Munger, who plays pretty good defense in center field. So it gives us a little bit better defense.
All right.
As well.
Now let's talk about offensively. Who are some of the kids who have been contributing for you offensively?
Actually, our younger kids. We have a couple 8th graders playing for us, Julia Kruger and Josie Munger. Both of them are batting well over 300. I think Julia's in the 350s, 360s. Josie's batting right around 382. So they're putting the ball in play. They get on base. They can run the bases. And they play pretty good defense. Our seniors, Maria Grumman, Savannah Messplay, Sarah Fenton, all of them have been contributing. Keely Curtis has been putting the ball in play. But overall, as a team, I think that's where we struggle a little bit, is at the plate. We've got 4 or 5 girls that consistently put it in play, but we've got to have our entire, lineup putting it in play.
All right, so what do you see as keys in the ball game for your team then? What do you feel like you have to do to get the chance tonight?
I think we need to put the ball in play. We need to make contact with the ball. We need to minimize, keep our strikeouts, as low as we can. Just put the ball in play. We need to play good, sound defense, throwing the ball, playing faster. And then, pitching wise, just keeping our walks to a minimum of, 2. Let them put the ball in play, let our defense work, make outs. And, if we can do that, where I'm getting the most out of our girls, and that's all I can ask.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Starmont softball coach Jake Munger on his Stars program. The On Deck show continues after this.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Are you looking for a new career? We're looking for a motivated, reliable worker with auto body experience or just mechanically inclined. Are you detail-oriented and looking for a challenge, an opportunity for growth, want to work on an ever-changing variety of vehicles? We offer a laid-back work environment, high-end pay, great benefits, flexible work hours, and much more. Qualified candidates can expect high-end compensation. You won't be disappointed. Call Bob at Top Gun Customs to learn all the details. 563-964-9899.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by James Rochford and Brandon Mather, agents for Community Insurance of Iowa in Edgewood, Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, Welterland Motors in Edgewood, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, and Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. We continue the On Deck Show talking Edco softball now. We're joined by their head coach, Taylor Huber. Coach, our team finishing up the regular season 25-14. That includes a sweep of Starmont on Wednesday night. Tell me about those two games.
So we actually were a little short-staffed this week because we have a couple girls at National SBLA Conference. So we had to have a few girls step up. Rachel pitched the first game, Rachel Eggleseder. And we finished that one in 4 innings, so that was good. We had a lot of hits up and down the order. And then the second game, Lily Brisky started for us. She gave up 4 runs in one of the innings, but settled in really nicely, and we ended up winning that one 9-4. Again, our bats were pretty hot all night, so that was good to see, and we were patient at the plate, which I like to see as well.
All right, let's talk about offensively. This is a team that has a number of kids contributing. Who's leading you offensively?
Stats-wise, Claire Alvis has our best batting average. She missed some games early in the year, and then, again, she's gone this week for state FBLA. So her number of games isn't as high as the others, but since she's been playing, she's got lots of extra base hits. She has a lot of pop, but she also puts ball in play. Audrey Helmrich's our catcher. She's been solid all year. She's probably our most consistent hitter. She doesn't go too many spurts. There are too many games without hits. She usually finds a way to poke one through every once in a while. And she's also got a lot of pop behind her bat. Rachel Eggleseder, our main pitcher, and then third base when she doesn't pitch. She's got 3 triples, double-digit doubles, I think 15 doubles on the season. So she hits gaps a lot and does a good job for us. And then our leadoff girl, Lily Brisky's done a good job. Her stats don't show hitting-wise as high as the others, but she gets on base a lot. She's got a lot of walks. She puts the ball in play and makes plays on her, so she gets on and scores a lot of runs for us.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. Rachel Eichelceder starts this ball game. Tell me about her on the mound.
Yeah, she, for a freshman, she's got a lot of experience. She pitched last year, was kind of their ace last year as well. Her ERA is just below 3. She's got a lot of strikeouts. She is one of the top in the state in strikeouts. So she's been really impressive in that way, getting herself out of jams. She does a good job mixing it up, moving it around the plate. Her rise ball has been pretty good for her this year, and keeping hitters off balance in that way. So
all right,
does a good job for us.
Keys in the ball game tonight. Then what does Edco have to do?
We got to be clean. That's been a big thing for us all year. In our middle spurt of the season, where we were playing really well and winning a lot of tough games and tournaments, we were really clean defensively. And then last night, or 2 nights ago, against Starmont, we didn't have any errors, and that's been huge for us. If we keep runners off base, and our pitchers don't walk a lot of girls, I mean, that's the name of the game, right? But if we're clean defensively, I feel like we'll be fine tonight. Our offense will come, but we got to be clean.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Yes, Edco softball coach Taylor Huber on her Viking team. The On Deck Show continues after this.
The Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic is a welcome addition to Northeast Iowa. Establish care with our skilled, relationship-based primary care providers, Dr. David Schwartz, Sue McMillan, Haley Ruff, or John Hawes. They specialize in every age and life stage and provide comprehensive care for your entire family. Make your appointment today at 568-5530. Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic. New clinic, more accessible care.
Exceptional caring people. Veterans Memorial.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is asking members to do the summer shift. No, it's not a dance. Simply reduce your electricity use between the hours of 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on weekdays. That's when power costs the most, so turn up the thermostat, delay the dishwasher, shift the start of laundry, and you can help keep the electricity rates affordable. This summer savings message is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Alameda Clayton, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Bruins and James Insurance. Your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. And Furniture Showcase in Allwine. Lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments.
And good afternoon, early evening, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons along with Coach Mike Sass. Welcome to Colesburg. It's the start of the softball tournament tonight on KCTN and Tri-Rivers Neighbors Meeting as Edgewood Colesburg takes on Starmont. Again, I'm joined by Coach Mike Sass, and these teams just played Wednesday night.
Yeah, good rivalry here between Edco and Starmont. Just played each other, know each other well. Should be an interesting matchup.
Edgewood Colesburg comes in 25-14. It's a team that's taken a big step forward this year. They had a good run in the Tri-Rivers Conference featuring the North Lynn team that is ranked at number 2, as well as an outstanding Lisbon team in Class 2A. For Starmont, Jake Munger, also in his first year, as is, of course, the coach for Edgewood Colesburg as well. But you've got to, and we're talking about Taylor Huber there, but you've got a couple of first-year coaches. For Starmont, it's about changing kind of the culture and finding some success. It's a team that's gotten better as the years went on.
Yeah, and whenever you have a new coach, I think that's kind of the first order of business, establishing your culture, getting things done the way you want them done. I know they've got a couple good young players to build on, and that's what Starmont's trying to do here.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of young pieces there that bodes well for the future, but it's tough to be young in the Tri-Rivers Conference. It's tough to be young anywhere. And you're talking about those 8th graders. Julia Kruger batting .321 on the season, a double, a triple. She has 13 RBIs. Also, you're talking about Addie Munger, who's batting over .300. She's 21 of 55 on the season. She has 4 doubles as well as a triple. So you're talking right there, a couple of 8th graders leading the way for them offensively. Coach Munger said it best. We've got to put the ball in play to have any type of an opportunity tonight.
Yeah, that's where it starts. You've got to put the ball in play, and good things happen when you can put it in play.
Let's talk about pitching-wise, and Mariah Grumman will get the start in this ball game for Starmont. She has thrown 30 innings, allowed 46 hits, 29 earned runs, has walked just a couple of batters this year, and has struck out a total of 16. The good news is this is a kid that has battled injuries and coming back, and she's getting the start tonight. She's left-handed. She did not throw against Edco on Wednesday night, but they feel like this is their best defensive team with her on the mound.
Yeah, and sometimes left-handed, that can change things up a little bit for you, give you a little bit of an advantage. Like you said, Edco hasn't seen her yet, so hopefully that's a little bit of an advantage for Starmont.
Edco is also a young team, in particular in the infield, but they return enough batters offensively to certainly to add to those young pieces. But offensively, when you've got the likes of Audrey Helmrichs, who's batting .382 on the season, 10 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, she has 19 RBIs. They'll be without a couple of players tonight there, and due to a FBLA trip, I believe it is, and that was Claire Alvis is one of those, but she's had an outstanding season for them as well. But the big thing has been pitching-wise, they know what they're going to get with Rachel Eckelceder on the mound, and they have had deep pitching, not just Eckelceder.
Yeah, they're going to be down a couple bats tonight, but they think they're deep enough. But their strength is on the mound there with Eckelceder, and I believe Boriski is a pretty good pitcher as well.
Yeah, Rachel Eckelceder is a freshman. Lily Boriski is a freshman. Eckelceder went 13-7. Boriski went 9-6 on the season. But Eckelceder 117 innings, allowed 97 hits, 44 earned runs, walked 45, and struck out 159. So she is averaging more than a strikeout per inning. And we always say, if she gets to double digits in this ball game, that makes it awful tough for Starmont.
Yeah, it takes a lot of pressure off of your own defense, and if you're not even putting the ball in play, you just have no chance on offense.
Getting back to Edgewood Colesburg offensively, they have done some good things. Boriski as the leadoff hitter. She's been on base, has 17 RBIs as well, only batting 26 out of 110 on the season, but the on-base percentage has really set her apart. You mentioned Emma Stainer, another player not in the lineup tonight for Edco, but Mirren Gall, another bat, 20 of 77 this season. Reagan Stalkin batting over .320. She's 32 of 99 on the season with 4 doubles as well well as 20 RBIs. So this is a team that has gotten production up and down their lineup. A little deeper team than Starmont.
Yeah, and obviously, like we said, missing a little of that depth tonight, but they're going to be strong, especially at the top of their lineup and the way they can pitch.
When Edco has struggled, it has been defensively, and this is what you get with some youth as far as in the infield position. You've got a freshman at shortstop in Boriski there, so you've got a young kid that kind of anchors the defense there. But when they are clean, that leads to some good things and some good results. Let's set the lineup. First off for the Starmont Stars. Sarah Fenton, the second baseman, bats leadoff. Savannah Mesplay is the shortstop. She'll bat second. Josie Munger is the center fielder. She'll bat third. Julia Kruger is the catcher, batting fourth. So you have 8th graders batting third and fourth in their lineup. Kaylee Curtis, the third baseman, plays position number 5 and bats 5th in the lineup at third base. Billy Schleter is the left fielder. She'll bat 6th. Alyssa Schumacher, the first baseman, bats 7th. Taylor German, the designated player in the lineup, bats at the number 8 spot. Mariah Grumman is the pitcher in the number 9 position, and the 10th player in their lineup is Lexi Anderson, and she is the right fielder. Again, Starmont comes in with a record of 4-20 on the season. Here's the lineup for Edgewood-Colesburg. Again, the Vikings are 25-14. Lily Buriski, the shortstop, bats leadoff. Audrey Humricks is the catcher. She'll bat second. Rachel Eckelceder, the pitcher, bats third. We talked about Eckelceder pitching, but hitting-wise as well, she has earned that number 3 position as she's batting this season 38 of 110, and she has 30 RBIs on the season.
Yeah, definitely a strong bat in the middle of that order.
So Eckelceder bats third. Reagan Stelkin is the first baseman batting cleanup. Marin Gall is the designated player, and Gall will bat in the number 5 spot in the lineup. Caitlin Hahn is the right fielder batting 6th. Chloe Everett is the third baseman. Everett is the third baseman batting in the number 7 position. Campbell Kirby, the left fielder, bats 8th. And Ellie Bockenstedt is the center fielder batting in the number 9 spot. Aspen Jones is the 10th player in the lineup, and she plays second base for Edgewood-Colesburg. Our umpires for tonight's ball game, Mark Schleisman and Al Hermsen. We expect these guys to move things along. We're only supposed to have a minute in between innings, and as we get to the tournament, I think we're going to be on top of that tonight.
Yep, keep it going.
All right, let's talk about some of the keys in the ball game, and let's start first off for Starmont.
Yeah, Starmont, they've got to get the bats going. As Coach Munger said, they've got to put the ball in play. They're really relying on those 2 8th graders, so they're going to need some help from that lineup as well.
Put the ball in play. The other thing is you've got to be clean defensively here. You've got to be sharp defensively. Cannot give Edco any extra outs.
Absolutely, yeah, and we talk about that every game. You got to make the easy plays.
For Edgewood-Colesburg, I think a quick start, because this is a team that, is favored in this ball game, and I think they'd like to get an early lead in this ball game and put some pressure on Starmont on the base paths.
Absolutely. Whenever you're favored, the longer it goes where the game is still in doubt, that gives the underdog more confidence. So they want to get out to a quick start and try and put some distance between them and Starmont.
As we mentioned, both these teams just played Wednesday night. It was Edco with a sweep, a 4-inning sweep in the first ball game, but the second game was 9-4. So Starmont, despite the fact they lost, get some positive out of that, though they did see Eckelceder in the first game. They saw Boriski in game number 2.
Yeah, I should give them a little bit of confidence coming in this game, knowing that they can put up some runs. They're going to need to do a little bit better job than the other night, but should give them some confidence.
Crowd continues to roll in. 7 o'clock start is where we're going to be looking at. We'll take a break. When we return, the opening pitch and the start of the 1A tournament. We have our first tournament score. This is in Class 2A. Clayton Ridge victorious tonight over MFL Marmac by a score of 10-6 in a game that started at 5 o'clock in Garnavillo. Clayton Ridge advances to face an outstanding Lisbon team on Wednesday night. Winner of this ball game back here in Colesburg Wednesday night and faces the winner of Keyhigh and West Central. We'll take a break. Edco Starmont Regional Softball coming up next from KCTN Sports.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Blooms Flowers, Gifts and More in Edgewood. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lakewood Assisted Living. Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. RGK Portable Building, serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin. Bacon Concrete and Post Fill. Carr Auto Group, and by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic.
Welcome back to Colesburg, ready to go on a beautiful night with our game time temperature in the lower 80s. The wind, not a factor in this ball game tonight. It's a hitter's park here in Colesburg. Both these teams, almost identical uniforms. Black bottoms, they have the white tops. The difference is the Stars have more of the buttoned down top. And it is Starmont, or Edco, I should say, wearing the pullovers with the white. And they have the Vikings across the front. For the Stars, Sarah Fenton, Savannah Mesplay, Josie Munger to lead things off in the top of the first inning. And again, Rachel Eckelceder on the mound for Edgewood Colesburg with the catcher, Audrey Helmerks. We'll line the rest of the Vikings up defensively. Our first pitch of the ball game, swinging through the first pitch is Fenton, and the count is 0-1. Campbell Kirby's in left field, Ellie Bockenstead in center with Caitlin Hahn in right field. Around the horn defensively, Chloe Everett at third. Lily Bariski is at short. Aspen Jones is at second with Reagan Stelkin at first base. Foul ball hit up the line by Fenton, and that into the on-deck circle. And the count is very quickly 0-2. So Sarah Fenton leads things off. And 14 of 67 on the season. 0-2 pitch, bouncing ball, right side of the infield. Second baseman charging in is Jones. Gets to the line between first and second. Fields it on the run. Flips it to the first baseman, Stelkin. And it's 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Fenton bounces to second.
Yeah, great start for Edco getting that leadoff hitter. And Eckelceder looks good on her first 2 pitches.
Savannah Mesplay, 12 of 59 on the season. First pitch swings right through it. And the count is 0-1. So the crowd, as we mentioned, you got a bleacher that's available behind the backstop. Otherwise, lots of lawn chairs along the hillside. 0-1 pitch, it's upstairs. The count is 1-1. Where Eckelceder has been more effective this year is that rise ball has been so much more effective pitching-wise.
Yeah, we saw her last year, and she was impressive, and she's just gotten better.
1-1 pitch, that's in the outside corner. Catches it right at the knees, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So they have had a very good 1-2 combination. A ball and 2 strikes now to Mesplay. 1-2 pitch, rise ball that sailed away. It is high and outside. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. We start with shade covering right field. We are in more towards right center field in the outfield here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging through the rise ball is Mesplay. Strikeout number 1 for Eckelceder, and it's out number 2 here in the first.
And Eckelceder's looking strong, throwing hard, throwing strikes.
Josie Munger, 21 of 55 on the season, batting .382, has had an outstanding 8th grade year. Takes a pitch at the knees and the inside, catches the corner, and the count is 0-1. So we'll keep an eye on the shade as that will continue to, the sun sets down, that shade will move over. 0-1 pitch below the knees and inside, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. The big thing for Eckelceder, only averages about 2 walks a ball game, so she's striking out 10 or 11 a ball game. Doing her job on the mound. 1-1 pitch, trying to check her swing, and it's a strike anyway to Munger. I don't think she broke it. They do not appeal to first. And it is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Actually, 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. So ahead is Eckelceder. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Changeup popped up, and Helmrichs looks at it, but that will fall about a fourth of the way up the first base line, foul out of her reach. She looked at it and realized that's just a little too far out of my reach to go get.
Yeah, I think maybe we didn't find it initially, and then by the time she did find it, yeah, she realized she wasn't going to get that.
So the count is actually a ball and 2 strikes. So Eckelceder's 1-2 pitch, and it's a bouncing ball right side of the infield to the first baseman, Stelkin. It just hugs the line. Stelkin picks it up right beside the bag, steps on it, and that does it for the Stars in the top of the first inning. They go down in order. We've played 1/2 inning. Starmont nothing. Edco coming to bat.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all of your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt, Steve,
Carol, Josie,
at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
T&T Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. Not ready for a new ATV or UTV? T&T Power Sports has a nice selection of clean used units available. Contact Brian, Master Certified Technician, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase, or to schedule service work to keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play. Call 563-245-1100 or stop in and visit with Brian or Tracy at T&T Power Sports, north of Elkader on Highway 13 today.
Bottom of the first inning, Lily Boriski, Audrey Helmicks, Rachel Eckelceder to lead things off here in the bottom of inning number 1 as Starmont went down in order. For Starmont defensively, Billy Schleter in left field. Here's the pitch and a called strike on the outside, and the count goes to 1-1. Josie Munger in center with Lexi Anderson in right field. Around the horn defensively, Kaylee Curtis is at third base. Savannah Mesplay at shortstop. Sarah Fenton is at second. And Alyssa Schumacher is at first base. The catcher, Julia Kruger, an 8th grader. And Mariah Grumman is on the mound, the left-hander. And she fires a strike to the outside, and the count is 1-2. Boriski, 26 of 110 on the season. But again, her on-base percentage much better.
Yeah, looking like a good leadoff hitter here, taking some pitches, seeing what she likes.
Took that pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, called strike 3 on the inside. Grumman brought it inside. Boriski caught looking, and it is out number 1 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, good start for Starmont here, and good start for Grumman.
Brings up Audrey Helmricks now. Helmricks batting .382, has a home run, 10 doubles, and a triple. And the first pitch is a strike at the knees. The count is 0-1. So Grumman, the senior left-hander, had dealt with some hip issues, and as a pitcher, it makes it obviously tough to work. Pitch in the dirt there. The count goes to 1-1, but throws relatively hard on the mound.
Yeah, she brings it in there with some good heat.
And the Stars, she's getting the start with a 1-2 record on this season. Had thrown 30 pitches coming in. 1-2 pitch downstairs, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. But again, they felt this was their best team defensively to make this starting change tonight. And you could see then they have the advantage of going to some other pitches if they need to. 2-1 pitch popped up over the backstop area. That'll make it out of play. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And if they, if they haven't seen a lefty for a while, that can be a little bit different too. Could take them a couple innings to get used to that.
And this is one of those deals if she's getting the start and you're going to go as long as she can keep you in the ball game, and then you'll worry about the other plan after that. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Helmrich. 2-2 pitch. It's downstairs and low, and the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll have updates on some games tonight, in particular, Key High and West Central. We'll get you an update on that ball game tonight. 3-2 pitch to Helmrichs. It is low. It is ball number 4. So Helmrichs draws a 1-out walk here in the bottom of the first inning. And you will see here, Edco, to expect them to be aggressive on the base paths, especially against a youngster. If you're talking about Helmrichs this year, yes, she has stolen a few bases, but she will be replaced by a courtesy runner. And this is where you have, I believe, it will be coming into the game, number 23, Lauren Kirby. So Kirby, number 23, will be the courtesy runner. So again, early in the ball game, you'll see Helmrich's being replaced. Rachel Eckelceder squares the bunt, pulls things back. The pitch is upstairs. The count is 1-0. Eckelceder this year batting 38 of 110, but she has 15 doubles, 3 triples, and 30 RBIs. She actually leads Edco in RBIs this year. And takes a good cut at that one, but fouls it out of play up the first base side, and it goes to a ball and a strike.
Yeah, she's got a chance to help herself out here early.
And we mentioned Starmont made the choice to not throw Grumman in the ball game against Edco, knowing they were going to face them on Friday night, so they threw 2 other pitchers. Pitch upstairs, 1-1 is high, and the count is 2-1. The one thing that Coach Munger had talked about is making the plays defensively, but we cannot give 7-8 walks in a ball game.
Right.
Leads to trouble. 2-1 pitch, and here is a high fly ball, shallow left field. Schleter running for it, falls in front of her. One hops it, picks it up, throws to second base, but sliding is safe is going to be the runner, Kirby. It's a base hit for Eckelceder, blooped it into left field. 2 on and 1 out now here for Edco in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there by Eckelceder, and good defensively too. They almost got the force at second there with Kirby having to hold to see if that ball was caught.
Schleter did a good job getting that ball on the run, picked it up on the hop, and immediately went to second base, but safe at second. We have a courtesy runner. We'll let you know who that is at first base in just a second for Edco. Meanwhile, Reagan Stelkin is up to bat. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Pitch to Stelkin. It's upstairs, and it's a pass ball. Goes off the glove of Grumman. Everybody advances 60 feet. That includes number 6, McKenna Hofer. So Hofer is the courtesy runner at second base for Eckelceder. Kirby is at third. You've got courtesy runners on second and third, and Reagan Stelkin took the first pitch for a ball. Swings right through this pitch at the knees, and the count is 1-1. Stelkin, the cleanup hitter for Edco, and 32 of 99 on the season. Has 20 RBIs, an RBI chance here. Swings right through a pitch, a nice location by Grumman on the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes, the count.
Yeah, I think I put it right there again if I'm Grumman.
Keep it low there because twice Stelkin has swung through that. Here is now the 1-2 pitch, fouled back. That one was brought a little more mid-plate and fouled up against the backstop. A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think it was low, though, and she needs to keep it down there.
And that would give you the opportunity, the infield at the corners would have a look in one situation. Here's a pitch that is fouled up against the backstop again. It remains a ball and 2 strikes. But Starmont is deep in the middle of the infield, and they will concede the run up the middle of the infield. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Stelkin. So Grumman rocks back. The 1-2 pitch, changeup, popped up, and that ball makes it out of play over the backstop area. As Kruger gave it a look, we'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes. She's fouled 3 pitches off in a row.
Yeah, we got a good battle going here.
A ball and 2 strikes, second and third. 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Vikings threatening right off the bat. 1-2 pitch outside and a good save by Kruger moving over to the right. That pitch was low and away, and she was able to pick it off the ground on the outside. Evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Probably saved a run there.
And here is now your 2-2 pitch, and that ball downstairs in the dirt. And again, Grumman had to block it in front, brought up some dirt, and it is a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Grumman doesn't want to lose her now.
Yeah, the first base is open, but I don't know that you want to load the bases.
Here's a 3-2 pitch. It is low. It is ball number 4. It scoots by the catcher, Kruger, but everybody has to stay. Kirby's at third, Hofer at second base. Stelkin walks for the second walk of the inning, and the bases are now loaded, and Marin Gall is up to bat. Gall is 20 of 77, 4 doubles, 3 home runs, leads them this season with those 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. Takes the first pitch, it's a strike on the outside. The count is 0-1. Again, Starmont will stay deep in the middle of the infield with the possibility of maybe turning 2, but they'll concede the run. 0-1 pitch, and that pitch inside, away, and moving away from the inside pitch was Gall, and it's 1-1 now the count. So a ball and a strike. You've got the bases loaded for Edco. The start here, see if they can get some runs. And here's a high fly ball. This is to right field. That is Anderson. Anderson drops the ball in right field, and everybody moves up 60 feet. Anderson coming out of the shadow in shallow right field just couldn't haul it in. It'll be an error on the play and a run in, and the bases remain loaded.
Yeah, not a great start for Starmont here. A couple walks and an error, just what you can't have. Did have a little bit of a funny slice spin on that ball, but you got to make that play.
Caitlin Hahn is up to bat. First pitch is outside, and the count is 1-0. Caitlin Hahn for Edco is 9 of 27, so she has worked her way into the lineup as the season has went on. 1-0, Vikings in the lead, and the base is still loaded. Pitch there at the knees, it's a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. You knew that what Anderson was thinking there is I've got to get that ball caught, and I've got a runner tagging from third.
Yep.
Just didn't squeeze it in. 1-1 pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1.
You just got to do step one before step two.
So we've seen 2 walks and now an error in the inning, and the bases continue to be loaded for Edgewood Colesburg, leading 1-0. And to the 1-1 pitch, and a good cut, but missing it is Hahn. Pitch at about belt level, now evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, actually, the count.
Trying to clear the bases with that swing.
And her job here, just make some contact, because, again, they're deep in the middle of the infield. 2-2 pitch, outside, full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the pitches start to add up in what's becoming a bit of a long inning. And the Stars will try to limit the damage here, down 1-0. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch, popped up. This is shallow right field, and that ball coming in and making the play basket style on the way in is Anderson. The runners have to hold as Anderson ends up at the edge of the infield, squeezes it, uncovering a lot of ground to make the play for out number 2, and the bases remain loaded. She was able to throw it into first, but Gall quickly back.
Yeah, nice play there, coming in hard, charging, making a nice catch for the second out there.
And she covered a lot of ground to get up for that. So now with 2 outs, Chloe Everett is up to bat. First pitch to Everett, it is low. The count is 1-0. Chloe Everett, 16 of 47 on the season. She's in double figures, RBI-wise with 11. Bases remain loaded and only 1 on the board so far for Edco. Pitch to Everett, lines that ball sharply down the right field line, but it slices foul as that ball cleared first base and just continued to slice up against the fence area down the right field side. And the count is a ball and a strike. Yep. It would be huge for Starmont to get out of this with only a run.
Yeah, if they could get an out here, that'd be just ginormous for
Everett, the 7th Viking to bat this inning. 1-1 pitch, slicing away from right field. That ball is going to slice foul again. This one up in the air. More of a fly ball down the right field line, but again, behind on the pitch. Lands foul, about 10 feet foul, halfway up the right field line. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, if she can get that one just inside the line, that might clear the bases.
Stars have a force at any bag with the bases loaded. 1-2 pitch outside, and again, a good job by Kruger. Reaching over to the right, showing versatility there to keep that ball in front.
Yeah, doing a really nice job back behind the plate there for an 8th grader.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, and Everett lines that ball right to the right fielder. Anderson takes a couple of steps to the left, hauls it in. It was hit hard, but right at Anderson, and that does it for the Vikings. They pick up a run. They do it on a hit. They leave the bases loaded. We've played 1-0, Vikings in the lead.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Ray's Excavating, Little Bit of Country Stove and Fireplaces in Strawberry Point, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Egg Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, and LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville.
So we're here now in the top of the second inning, 1-0. Edco in the lead. Leading things off here is Julia Kruger, followed by Kaylee Curtis and Billy Schleter, 4, 5, and 6. And the count is very quickly 2-0 to Kruger. Kruger, the catcher, this season is batting .321 with a double, a triple, 13 RBIs. Took a cut at that one, fouled it back, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Couple of key plays by Anderson in right field for Starmont after that error. Made a couple of nice defensive plays.
Yeah, error did cost a 1 run, but 2 nice plays after that.
And it ends up with just a single run put up in the inning. 2-1 pitch. Kruger, I believe, took that pitch. It's a called strike. Did she swing?
She swung.
She went after it, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
She's got a really aggressive swing. If she makes contact, it's going to be hit hard.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Eckelceder's 2-2 pitch, and that pitch called strike 3. Caught looking at a pitch in the inside corner. Strikeout number 2 for Eckelceder, and it's out number 1 here in the second. So good location by Eckelceder, setting up that 2-strike pitch.
Yeah, she's really dealing tonight.
Keely Curtis, 8 of 42 on the season. First pitch, aggressive, got a piece of it, followed it up against the backstop. The count is 0-1. So moving quickly into this ball game tonight with a 1-0 Edco lead. Our shadow covering now the center fielder as well. So part of the outfield, 2/3 of it, play in the shadows. Pitch upstairs, and it's a ball and a strike inside to Curtis. Curtis, the 5 spot in the Starmont lineup. Stars looking for their first base runner early in this ball game. And Eckelceder's 1-1 pitch, it's upstairs. The count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Winner of this ball game back here in Colesburg on Wednesday night, and will face the winner of Keyhigh West Central. They're playing at New Albin actually tonight. Here's a 2-1 pitch upstairs and away, 3-1. First time that Eckelceder's went to 3 balls on a batter.
Yeah, first time we've seen her with any sort of trouble here.
3 balls and a strike. So Eckelceder will try to come back. 3-1 pitch, and swinging away there is Curtis. It's a major league pop-up in the infield. Second baseman coming left of the circle there, and that is going to be Jones, who calls for it, makes the play on a major league pop-up in the infield for out number 2. Eckelceder gets Curtis to pop up in the infield for the second out.
Yep, took just a little bit off that pitch and got her to pop it up.
Billy Joe Schleter is up to bat, 14 of 57, 4 doubles, a triple, 14 RBIs. Takes the first pitch at the knees inside. The count is 1-0. It has been 5 up and 5 down so far for Starmont. Early part of this ball game. And a 1-0 pitch to Schleter. Fouls that one over the backstop area, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Weight actually a little in front there on that cut by Schleter. So evened up at a ball and a strike. Eckelceder, the play coach, her dad, Brooks Eckelceder, caused the pitches, trying to check on the pitch inside with Schleter, but broke the wrist. It's called, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. But they call the pitches from the dugout, so you see her looking in at the dugout, then onto the wrist to the play selected. Here's the 1-2 pitch, bouncing ball right side of the infield, and again it hugs the line right to the first baseman. Stelkin picks it up, steps on the bag. Schleter bounces out to first for the 3rd out of the inning. For the Stars, they go down in order, 6 up, 6 down. We played an inning and a half, 1-0, Edco in the lead.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The doctors and staff at Family Dentistry of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local high school baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamonds. Dr. Mark Bowie, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, and Dr. Courtney Wicken strongly encourage all of these area athletes to wear athletic mouthguards while on the playing field to protect their great smiles. That's Family Dentistry of Monona, 602 Tower Street, 539-4651.
So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Campbell Kirby, Ellie Bockenstedt, Lily Boriski. That'll be 8, 9, and 1 in the Starmont lineup to lead things off in the bottom of the second inning in the Edco lineup with the Vikings leading 1-0. Another score to pass along at Jackson Junction. It is Turkey Valley scoring twice in the bottom of the first inning. They lead Central. That's as part of this Class 1A. Region of that winner of that ball game goes to North Lynn on Wednesday night. Campbell Kirby, the left fielder up to bat, takes the first pitch for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Campbell Kirby this year, 22 of 97, has a couple of doubles, hits a bouncing ball, third baseman. That is Curtis. Fields it on the hop, but the throw goes off the glove of the first baseman, Schumacher. An error on the catch. Kirby goes to second base as the ball goes up the right field line, and the Vikings here take advantage of the second error. They have a runner in scoring position here with nobody out.
Yeah, nice play by the third baseman. Throw was just a little bit wide, and the first baseman couldn't quite glove it.
Yeah, so Schumacher had to go off the glove. The error is charged on the end of that play. And Ellie Bockenstedt squares to bunt, takes the pitch downstairs, and off and running and going to third is Kirby. What ends up being a wild pitch. So Kirby was off and moving anyway, advances into scoring position. Ellie Bockenstedt is 14 of 76. She has 4 doubles out of those 14 hits. The 9 spot in the lineup, now a runner at third, and nobody out. Pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 2-0. So the second error by Starmont puts a runner at third base with nobody out. And again, this is where you're Starmont, and you have to limit the damage in this inning.
Yeah, they were able to do that the first inning. They've got to do it again here.
And to the 2-0 pitch, and that's a called strike. Pitch there about belt level, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So Kirby, the 8-hitter, reaching on the air. Bockenstedt is now up to bat, the 9-hitter, and she swings right through an inside pitch there, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bariski in the top of the lineup, waiting on deck. So Mariah Grumman in her second inning of work, and delivers the pitch there and fouled up against the backstop, getting a piece of it, hanging tough is Bockenstedt. And it is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, strikeout would really help their cause here.
So in this region, North Lynn is the highest ranked team. They are ranked second in Class 1A. And they await the winner, as we mentioned, of Central Turkey Valley. Here's a pop-up. The catcher gives it a look. Kruger, but that'll make it out of the backstop up by the concession area here in Colesburg. And we'll do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. But out of the Edco, Starmont, Key High West Central group, one of those teams going to get a chance to probably see North Lynn at some point. 2-2 pitch upstairs. The count is 3-2. And Edco did play North Lynn to a 1-run ball game earlier this year.
Yeah, if Eggleseder's on, I can see them sticking right with them.
Yeah, and I believe Bariski actually pitched that game. So here's the 3-2 pitch. High pop up in the infield. Second baseman calling for it is Fenton. Takes a step backwards, able to haul it in for out number 1. So the runner has to stay at third. And a good job by Grumman getting Bockenstedt to pop it up in the infield for out number 1.
Yeah, big out there. They're going to need to do that one more time and then see what they can do to get the third out.
Lily Bariski, the leadoff hitter, is up to bat. Always nice to have your leadoff batter up back-to-back innings. She was a strikeout victim her last at-bat. Takes a pitch on the inside. The count is 0-1. Despite the fact that she is up in the first and second innings, it's not like Edco put up a ton of runs so far. 1-0 pitch, fouled back by Bariski up against the backstop, and it goes to a ball. Actually, 0-2 is now the count.
Yeah, Starmont's gotten themselves in some trouble, but they got out of it fairly well in the first inning and trying to do the same here.
And again, they'll concede the run with the infield back up the middle, in at the corners. 0-2 pitch to Bariski, called strike 3 on the outside. So Grumman gets her second strikeout, both times getting Bariski looking, and a huge out number 2 with a runner at third. Audrey Helmrichs, the catcher, is now up to bat.
Yeah, now you just make a play and you can get out of this inning as well after letting that leadoff batter on third with nobody out.
Time taken by the catcher for Starmont, Julia Kruger, to go out and talk to her pitcher, Mariah Grumman. And I would have to believe this involves how you want to pitch Helmrichs.
Yeah, I think maybe, be a little careful. This is probably their top 1 or 2 hitter in the lineup. Don't give her anything over the middle.
She'd be your most experienced bat. Pitch there inside at the knees, but a called strike. The count is 0-1. Last time they really tried to keep it down to Helmrichs.
Yeah, and I think that's a good plan again.
0-1 is the count as the left-hander Grumman works. And the 0-1 pitch, and way in front of that, and lining it down the left field line, and on the run is Schlueter, making the play on the run in fair territory. Helmrichs got around on it, but it's tracked down by Schlueter, heading towards the corner in left field by the 209 sign. So an error to lead things off, and the Stars get out of it. No runs, no hits. Edco leaves that runner at third. It's 1-0, Vikings in the lead.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Via Field is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Via Field? Go to viafield.com. Via Field is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by James Rochford and Brandon Mather, agents for Community Insurance of Iowa in Edgewood, Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, Welterland Motors in Edgewood, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, and Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah.
We now go to the top of the third inning. Again, it is 1-0, Edco in the lead. Alyssa Schumacher, Taylor German, Mariah Grumman to lead things off. That's 7, 8, and 9 in the Starmont lineup. Helmrichs turned on a ball that lined sharply down the left field. At first, it looked like it's going to hook foul, but what a play by Billy Joe Schleter tracking it down on the run.
Yeah, tremendous play out there in left field. That thing was roped, hit hard, and she tracked it down full sprint.
Alyssa Schumacher to lead things off. First pitch inside, and the count is 1-0. Schumacher, 6 of 45 on the season, bottom of the lineup. And like many teams, this is where Starmont has kind of worked through, trying to figure out who can put the ball into play. Inside pitch, backing out of that one is Schumacher. And the first pitch was actually called a strike. That one is a ball, and the count is 1-1. But it's Edco had a runner at third and left her there in the inning. Third and nobody out, and came up empty.
Yeah, that was, again, big for Starmont to get out of that inning unscathed.
1-1 pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1. 2-1 pitch and a change of pace, and fouled back, getting a piece of it is Schumacher. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Edco left the bases loaded in the first, and then that runner at third base in the second inning. So they did push together a run. And Starmont has made a couple of errors, but again, defensively, they've picked themselves up. And the 2-2 pitch upstairs and high sailed away on the rise ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we're not far from a lot different score, but as it is, Starmont's definitely in this game yet.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch, bouncing ball right side of the infield. Second baseman Jones, it just stays right down. She's able to take a couple of steps to her left, picks it up, flips it on over to the first baseman Stelkin. Schumacher bounces out to the right side of the infield for out number 1. And so far, nothing hard hit by Starmont.
Yeah, and everything, they're behind everything. Everything is coming here to the right side.
Taylor German is now up to bat. German actually 6 at-bats, fouls that one out of play, and the count is 0-1. And has a red helmet as she's up to bat here in the top of the third inning. 8th spot in the Starmont lineup. Stars looking for their first base runner. 0-1 pitch, swinging through and linked there is German, and the count goes to 0-2. I think, and we just see Eccleseder get the ball and get going on the mound. There is just no time at all. And you wonder if some hitters will start to step out at some point. 0-2 pitch. There's a rise ball. Swinging through it is German. Could not get up to above the hands. Strikeout number 3 by Eccleseder. It's out number 2 here in the third.
Yeah, they may have to do something to break her rhythm a little bit because, like you said, she just gets it and fires.
Yep, and it's a matter of the play. The call is in from the sideline. She's looking down, and here it is. So the left-handed hitting Mariah Grumman now up to bat. And Grumman takes that pitch outside. It's a called strike, though. The count is 0-1. Maria Grumman, by the way. And the count is 0-1. Grumman this season has a batting average of total base hits this wise, 7 base hits in 46 at-bats. Takes that pitch there, and it's a strike. And the count is 0-2. So quickly ahead, Eccleseder not messing around. 0-2 pitch, and that pitch, as a matter of fact, the right fielder, that was Hahn, started to take a step in. She thought it was a called strike. It was not. It was outside. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Very, very close.
1-2. Eccleseder now the 1-2 pitch and called strike 3 on the outside. Grumman caught looking. Strikeout number 4 by Eccleseder, and it's 9 up, 9 down for Starmont through 3. We've played 2.5. It is 1-0. Edco in the lead.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.
So we go here to the bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Edco in the lead. It'll be Rachel Eckelceder, Reagan Stelkin, Marin Gall. That is 3, 4, and 5 in the Viking lineup. Eckelceder singled in the first inning, so she is 1 for 1. 1-0 for Edco, 1 run, 1 hit. They have not committed an error. Starmont, no runs, no hits. They've committed 2 errors. Eckelceder, high fly ball, deep left center field. Ranging on over there is Munger, makes the play, camps underneath it for out number 1. Eckelceder hit the first pitch far, but out to left center field for out number 1.
Just got under it just a little too much.
Brings up now Reagan Stelkin. Stelkin walked her previous at-bat. And now Grumman is in her third inning of work, takes the pitch upstairs there, and the count is 1-0. So this is the second of 3 innings that Starmont has got the leadoff hitter out. The first inning, they again had a strikeout to start things. Pitch to Stelkin, and that pitch is low. The count is 2-0. But Grumman doing her job so far, throwing strikes for the most part.
Yeah, she's keeping them in it. Only allowed 1 hit, I believe.
2-0 is the count. Rocks back the 2-0 pitch, slicing away, foul. That'll clear the dugout up the Starmont sideline. That's the first base side out of play, and it's 2 balls and a strike. See Edco slicing a lot of balls to right field, and Starmont's been hitting some ground balls to the right side. 2-1 pitch inside, 3 balls and a strike to Stelkin. Stelkin, the cleanup hitter for the Vikings. 1-0. Edco in the lead here in the bottom of the third inning. And the 3-1 pitch, bouncing ball. Stelkin gets it on the high hop, came out of the circle to get it facing the mound, and able to pick it up, flips it on over to the first baseman Schumacher, and Stelkin bounces back to the mound for out number 2.
Yeah, so far a lot better inning for Starmont here.
Because she got that high hop, took it away from any type of a problem.
Yeah, you don't want to get that on the in-between or the short. Get it on the big bounce.
Marin Gall was safe on an error, but was actually credited with an RBI, and here's a pop-up out of play. The count is 0-1, because you figured that ball she hit in the first inning was deep enough for a sacrifice fly, right?
I think it would have got her in. It would have been interesting to see a play at the plate there, but I think it probably was deep enough.
And the first pitch followed out of play, 0-1. 0-1 pitch scoots by the catcher. The outside pitch scooted by Kruger there, and it is again a ball and a strike. So Starmont has committed 2 errors, but they have worked around them. Trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning, trying to get their first 1-2-3 inning of the game. And the pitch, bouncing ball. This is to the shortstop. Backhanding it there is Mesplay. Long throw across the diamond. It is in time. Another good defensive play by Mesplay in the 5.5 hole. Makes the throw across the diamond to get Gall for the third out of the inning. Vikings go down in order. We've played 3. It is 1-0. Edco in the lead.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, and Furniture Showcase in Allwine. Lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments.
So we now go to the top of the fourth inning. Sarah Fenton, Savannah Mesplay, Josie Munger to lead things off. First pitch, a strike. Swinging there is Fenton. The count is 0-1. Fenton bounced out to second her previous at-bat. This is the second time through the lineup now for the Stars. Still looking for their first base runner. Squaring to bunt is Fenton. Pops it up. Up the line, the catcher and the third baseman. They bump into each other, but the catcher, Helmrich's much taller than Everett, able to reach over top. And Fenton pops up into foul territory for out number 1. Not a bad idea by Fenton, but got it up in the air for the first out.
Yep, trying to catch Edco napping there, but popped it up.
And Savannah Mesplay is now up to bat. Mesplay, a strikeout victim. But let's talk about the play Mesplay made to close the third inning.
Yeah, a real nice backhand play deep in the hole and strong throw across the diamond. Great play.
So Starmont has 2 errors in this ball game, but they've made 3 solid defensive plays. So they've made up for them. First pitch to Mesplay, it's inside. The count is 1-0. And we mentioned Starmont's goal was to be in this ball game, hang in here to the later stages, and then maybe try to steal it late if you can. Well, we're in the mid stages right now in the fourth inning. Pitch to Mesplay, slow bouncing ball. First base, that's the pitcher, Eckelseeder, picks it up, barehands it, the throw to first in time. Good job by Eckelseeder because that was a slow roller up the first base line. She picked it up halfway between the mound and line and able to pick it up and throw out the speedy Mesplay for the second out.
Yeah, and probably some funny spin on that. And then as a pitcher, you don't throw overhand a lot. So she made a good, strong throw to first as well.
Josie Munger is now up to bat. She bounced out to first, follows that pitch up against the backstop. The count is 0-1. So 2 quick outs in the top of the fourth inning. Edco scored a run in the first, but left the bases loaded, and it remains a 1-0 game here in the top of the fourth inning. 0-1 to the 3-hitter, and checking her swing, but looking it outside. Good eye by Munger, and it's a ball and a strike. So evened up. Our sun is tucked under as the shadows continue to grow, but it's a little cloud cover here now. 1-1 pitch to Munger. In front of that one, soft liner into shallow left field. That's a base hit. Munger has the first base hit for Starmont in this ball game. A 2-out single here in the top of the fourth inning. Just placed it perfectly between left and center.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Munger there, and gets them on the base paths here.
So Julia Kruger is now up to bat. A 2-out base runner for Starmont. And Kruger, a strikeout victim, her last at-bat. And again, Starmont is a team this year. Steal-wise, they are 70 of 79 with 2 outs. Let's see if they're aggressive. Here's the first pitch, but it's a bouncing ball. Unable to make the play, the shortstop, Boriski, bounces by her. She tried to reach out for it, did not make contact. Kruger with a base hit as that goes into center field. There's 2 on and 2 out now here for Starmont as Munger holds at second.
Yeah, 2 8th graders coming through for Starmont. Now they're going to need a big hit from Curtis here.
So Keely Curtis popped out to second, her last at-bat. So the first threat of the ball game for Starmont comes here in the top of the fourth inning with 2 2-out singles. Pitch inside, but a called strike to Curtis. Curtis popped out to second. Munger at second. Kruger is at first base. And this is what's nice about having a good catcher in Helmrichs behind the plate. There's a called strike, and actually swinging through it is Curtis. The count is 0-2, but Helmrichs, as good as there is, gloving things on any type of a wild pitch.
Yeah, she's not gonna let those runners advance.
Eckelseeder, now the 0-2 pitch, swinging right through the inside pitch is Curtis. Strikeout number 5 by Eckelseeder, and the Stars threaten, but they leave 2 on. No runs, 2 hits, they strand 2. We've played 3.5. It is 1-0. Starmont trails Edco. Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is 1-0 Edco in the lead. Caitlin Hahn, Chloe Everett, Campbell Kirby. That's 6, 7, and 8 in the Viking lineup as they lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Stars had 2 on in the top of the fourth inning, but Echo Cedar works out of trouble, and it remains a 1-0 game. And looking to bunt and laying the bunt down is Hahn, picked up by the left-handed pitcher Grumman, who turns to the right, throws a strike to the first baseman Schumacher. Hahn, who had flew out to right fielder last at-bat, bunts back to the mound, and that's 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, real nice play by Grumman, bare hand, and again, strong throw down to first.
Brings up now Chloe Everett. Everett also flew out to right field, and Grumman, that's what's tough being left-handed, is fielding that ball up the first base side there.
Yeah, it is a tough play for a lefty, but she did a nice job there.
Yeah, right-handed, you just naturally turn towards the base and throw it, but she had to spin the other way. Fouls behind with the 1-0 pitch, and this is a high pop-up. Second baseman, that is Fenton, ranging over to the left, gets near the line, about 10 feet away, makes the play near the edge of the infield. Everett with a big-time pop-up in the infield, and it's 2 up and quickly 2 outs here in the fourth.
Yeah, after that first inning, and then the first inning and the first batter in the second inning, Starmont's done a really nice job in the field.
Campbell Kirby now up to bat. Kirby was safe on an error in the second inning, actually led off the second inning and was safe on an error, ended up at third base with nobody out, but they did not get her in. And that, believe it or not, seems huge at this point. And here's a ball that is lined foul, and that'll clear the ballpark up the left field line. Well, in front of that one is Kirby, and it's a ball and a strike.
Seen a lot of hitters behind slicing it to right field, but she seems like she's going to pull it down the left field line.
Evened up. 1-1 pitch to Kirby, swings right through an outside pitch there. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So Grumman doing everything that Starmont was hoping for to do on the mound tonight.
Yeah, little nerves maybe the first inning, but real good since then.
And a changeup that's upstairs, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's more of an off-speed pitch. It's not a direct, slow changeup, but just a little something off by Grumman. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kirby is the 8 hitter in the Edco lineup. So we're evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And to the 2-2 pitch and popped up. Grumman comes out of the circle halfway between the mound and the home plate area, calls for it, makes the play in fair territory for the 3rd out of the inning. That's actually 9 in a row retired by Grumman. We've played 4, 1-0, Edco in the lead.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, and Furniture Showcase in Allwine. Lighting, showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments.
Already the top of the 5th inning, so we now approach the later stages of this ball game. And it'll be Billy Joe Schleter, Alyssa Schumacher, and Taylor German to lead things off for Starmont, trailing 1-0. First pitch followed up against the backstop. The count is 0-1. Schleter bounced out to first her previous at-bat. So top of the 5th inning, this is what Starmont was hoping in the ball game in the later stages.
Yeah, this is exactly what Starmont wants. They've just got to push a couple runs across.
0-1 pitch to Schleter. She'll hit the top of the backstop with that one, and that'll make it out of play. And the count goes to 0-2. Turkey Valley leads Central 6-1 at the end of the 3rd inning. We mentioned Clayton Ridge has defeated MFL Marmac 10-6 tonight. That was in Class 2A. And to the 0-2 pitch, staying away from it is Schleter. Pitch above eye level, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. We will get you a Key High West Central score in just a bit. And meanwhile, the 1-2 pitch, Schleter reaches for the outside pitch, cannot get to it. Strikeout number 6 recorded by Eckelceder, and it's the first out here in the 5th.
Nice job by Eckelceder, just really in the groove here.
And again, our score 1-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. And leading things off now with 1 out is Alyssa Schumacher, who bounced out to second, takes that pitch there in the dirt. It's low, and the count is 1-0. And I'm trying to see if we can get the update real quick from Keyhigh West Central. Well, hopefully we'll have the next half inning. But there's one out, and Schumacher now up to bat. Eckelceder's pitch upstairs. The count is 2-0. She hasn't fallen behind on many hitters tonight.
No, I think just one time that I can remember.
And the count is now 2-0. So this is the first time, I believe, 2-0 she's fallen behind. 2-0 pitch, bouncing ball right side of the infield. Jones fields it there, stays on the ground, able to pick it up, flip it over to Stelkin, and that's 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Schumacher, for the second time, bounces out to second.
Yeah, did a nice job getting the bat on it, just couldn't find a hole.
Taylor German is now up to bat. German, the designated player in the lineup. And she is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the 3rd inning. And swings right through the pitch there. It was a pitch upstairs, but chased after it, and the count is 0-1. So 2 quick outs in the top of the 5th inning. Starmont's only action on the base paths came with 2 outs in the 4th when they had back-to-back singles, but they did not muster anything after that. Again, another pitch upstairs. Chasing after it is German, and the count is 0-2. We mentioned German only had 6 at-bats coming in to this ballgame this season. 0-2 pitch, gets a piece of it, shallow fly ball, shallow right field. That ball is hooking, and it is just foul as it's at the edge of the infield. Giving chase was Hahn. Also, the second baseman, Jones, covered a lot of ground to get over there, but it falls harmlessly foul, and the count 0-2.
Yeah, both of them covered a lot of ground and just barely foul.
So Eckelceder, let's see if she can have a quiet top of the 5th inning. The count is now 0-2. 0-2 rise ball, swinging right through it. There is German. Strikeout number 7 for Eckelceder, and the Stars go down in order in the top of the 5th. Still 1-0. It is Edco in the lead, heading to the bottom of the 5th.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
So we now go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Ellie Bockenstedt, Lily Buriski, Audrey Helmrichs. That will be 9-1-2 in the Edco lineup with a 1-0 lead for Edco in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bockenstedt popped out to second. Grumman, now in her 5th inning of work. She's went 4 innings, allowed 1 hit, has walked 2. Both of them came in the 1st inning, and has struck out 2 in this ballgame, allowing a run that was unearned. The number 9 hitter in Bockenstedt takes the pitch downstairs. The count is 1-0. Eckelceder, meanwhile, has went 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, walked nobody, and she has struck out now here 7 in the game. So bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 pitch to Bockenstedt, takes it away, and the count is 1-1. We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, both pitchers pitching really well. Like we mentioned, the first inning a little bit rough for Starmont, but really settled down after that.
And to the pitch to Bockenstedt, it's upstairs, and the count goes to 3-0. So with a couple of walks in the 1st inning, and there was a couple of errors mixed in, actually 1 error in the 1st inning, that allowed Edco to score the only run. Meanwhile, only 1 of the 4 innings has Edco put the leadoff runner on the base paths, and they are going to do that right now. As Bockenstedt takes that pitch downstairs, it is a 4-pitch walk to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning, the 3rd walk issued by Grumman.
Yeah, after nine straight putouts, letting that leadoff hitter on could spell trouble. We'll
Lily Buriski is up to bat, batted in the 1st and 2nd inning, so her first at-bat since the 2nd inning. She is 0 for 2, a strikeout victim twice, looks to lay down the butt, pops it up, third baseman coming up the line, and catching the ball is Curtis. Did she hang on to it as she runs into the catcher, Kruger, who was coming up the line? They say she did hang on to it for out number 1. Covering ground was Curtis, and another big defensive play by Starmont.
Yeah, great job by Curtis there. Got kind of taken out as she caught it, but held on.
And she, I believe, ended up in foul territory making that play. So they are unable to get the runner over to second base. Boriski's job was to sacrifice, but she popped it up. Audrey Helmrichs is 0 for 1. Walked, and Lauren Kirby replaced her. That is scored. That led to the game's only run. Kirby scored that, and then Helmrichs lined out and was robbed in left field. Here's a pitch that is a wild pitch, and Bockenstedt will advance to second base. Again, they want to keep it down. The first pitch was a strike to Bockenstedt, but that one too far down. It is low and away, and a pass, actually wild pitch, and the count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, just too far outside. Catcher couldn't get a glove on that one.
This will be Edco now playing for insurance. So they didn't get the bunt down, but still got the runner into scoring position. 1-1 pitch, and Helmrichs lines that ball into right field, hits the edge of the infield. It's a base hit. Waved around from third is Bockenstedt. The throw cut off in the infield. It's a base hit and an RBI for Audrey Helmrichs. And the Vikings lead 2-0 here in the fifth.
Yeah, that could end up being a big run there. Low-scoring game. Every run is going to be big from here on out.
What was so good about Helmrichs there was going with the outside pitch away and taking into the right field. So she will be replaced by Lauren Kirby. Eccleseder now up to bat. She is 1 for 2 with a single, then flew out into left center field her last at-bat. But now 2-0, Edco here in the lead. And Eccleseder lines that ball. That's into left field. It one hops there to Schlieder, who quickly gets it into the infield. Got it on that hop to avoid any trouble. But back-to-back base hits for the Vikings. Second and first with one out. And Reagan Stelkin now up to bat.
Yeah, now they're starting to put the bat on the ball a little bit here.
And Reagan Stelkin is 0 for 1, walked, and also bounced back to the mound. This is the third time through the lineup, and the Vikings seem a little crisper with their at-bats. So Stelkin is up to bat. Kirby and Hofer is back in as the courtesy runner for Eccleseder. So Kirby's at third, Hofer is at second. First pitch to Stelkin is upstairs. The count is 1-0. So the Vikings still 2 on with 1 out. Leading now 2-0. 1-0 pitch, Stelkin bouncing ball right side of the infield. Fielded by Mesplay. Her only play is to first. She'll flip it underhand there to the first baseman Schumacher. Stelkin moves the runners over. That's Kirby advancing to third. Heading to second base is Hofer. Stelkin bounces out for out number 2, and Marin Gall is now up to bat.
Yeah, middle infield playing deep, so they could just get the out at first there. But they've got 2 outs now. They can get out of this again.
Marin Gall 0 for 2, but safe on an error and drove in a run. Bounced out to short. Takes the first pitch for a called strike on the inside. The count is 0-1. Starmont's been able to get out of trouble a couple of different times tonight. Can they do it again? Trailing 2-0. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and a good job again on a low pitch to Kruger to keep it in front, square it up, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, looked like a hockey goalie back there.
Kirby at third. At second base is once again Hofer. And here's the 1-1 pitch to Gall. It's upstairs and inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So bottom of the fifth inning, Vikings with a run on the board. 2 more in scoring position, but with 2 outs now. And DeGruman trying to get out of it without any more damage. 2-1 pitch, swinging through it is Gall. Had a good, healthy cut on the inside pitch at the knees. Did not get to it. We're evened up.
Yeah, she doesn't get cheated on her swings, that's for sure.
2 balls and 2 strikes. So let's see what Grumman offers here with the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. It is low. We'll go to a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wanted to keep the ball down, but that one too far below the knees and a full count. We will not start the merry-go-round because nobody's at first base right now.
Yeah, first base is open, so I don't know how good a pitch she'll get here.
3-2 pitch. Gall fouls it in the batter's box there. Hit her in the inner left leg. And we'll do it again with a 3-ball, 2-strike count. So Gall steps out for a second to reset. Grumman gets some dirt off the mound, some of the lime to clear things off as she wants a clean surface for a 3-2 pitch. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's a high fly ball, high pop-up rather. The second baseman Mesplay going to get to it at the edge of the infield, drifts into shallow right field, and Gall pops out to the second baseman for the third out of the inning. But for the Vikings, a run. They do it on 2 hits. They leave 2 in scoring position. We've played 5. 2-0, Edco in the lead.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Blooms Flowers, Gibson Moore in Edgewood. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. RGK Portable Building, serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Carr Auto Group, and by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic.
Top of the sixth inning, 2-0 Edco in the lead. It'll be Maria Grumman, followed by Sarah Fenton. Savannah must play. That'll be 9-1-2 in the Starmont lineup. Grumman is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors by Starmont. Grumman swings right through the first pitch, the left-handed hitting pitcher for Starmont, and the count is 0-1. For Edco, they have 2 runs in this ball game, only 3 hits, and they have not committed an error. 0-1 pitch, called strike on the outside, and actually, that count was 0-2. We missed a pitch somewhere, but caught looking is Grumman for strikeout number 8. And that is a quick 3-pitch out, as it turns out, in the top of the sixth inning.
Yeah, that was bang, bang, bang. Yeah, I missed that one pitch, too.
They got ready to play in about 30 seconds at the end of the 5th inning. So that brings up now Sarah Fenton. Fenton is 0 for 2, bounced out to second, popped out to the catcher, follows the first pitch out of play. The count is 0-1. Obviously, did you see the first pitch?
No, I missed it as well, so must have been a strike, though.
And our umpire was emphatic on the caught looking. And swinging through the inside pitch there is Fenton. We talked about that your concern if Eckelceder got to 10 strikeouts. That would mean a good thing for Edco. That would be a disappointment for Starmont. And she has 8 strikeouts right now.
Yeah, she's right there.
And here's the 0-2 rise ball stayed away. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Munger and Kruger had back-to-back hits. That's been it for Starmont in this ball game so far. And there's one quick out here in the 6th inning. 1-2 pitch upstairs. The count is 2-2. So in a ball game, you've got 21 outs, and what you're saying is Eckelceder's taking care of half of them for you.
Yeah, the rest have been not that hard hit either.
And 2-2 pitch upstairs, full count. So the leadoff hitter, Fenton, works the count to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So top of the 6th inning here. Starmont yet to have a runner reach third base in this game. Only 1 runner at second. Here's a ball that is popped up. First baseman giving chase. It'll fall out of her reach. Stelkin there as that ball ended up in the on-deck circle in front of the Starmont dugout up the first base side. Foul ball. We'll do it again with a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With those 8 strikeouts, Eckelceder has not walked anybody. And here is now your 3-2 pitch, jammed to the inside, slow bouncing ball back to the mound. That is Eckelceder able to get towards the first base side, hops out of the circle, picks it to the first baseman as she underhands it over to Stelkin. Fenton bounces back to the mound, and it's 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th.
A nice job by Eckelceder, just taking care of that herself.
Savannah Messplay is now up to bat. Messplay is 0 for 2, a strikeout victim, and bounced back to the mound. So 2 quick outs in the top of the 6th inning. Swings right through the first pitch there. The count is 0-1. So Eckelceder has been outstanding on the mound, and Grumman has been really good on the mound for Starmont.
Yeah, both pitchers done an exceptional job.
0-1 pitch to Messplay. Swings right through that one, and the count is quickly 0-2. So Eckelceder, the 2 spot in the Starmont lineup, trying to make quick work here in the top of the 6th inning. And here is now your 0-2 pitch, and Messplay swings right through it. Strikeout number 9 on the inside pitch. So Starmont goes down in order. No runs, no hits, leaving nobody. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 2-0 Vikings.
Are you looking for a new career? We're looking for a motivated, reliable worker with auto body experience or just mechanically inclined. Are you detail-oriented and looking for a challenge? An opportunity for growth? Want to work on an ever-changing variety of vehicles? We offer a laid-back work environment, high-end pay, great benefits, flexible work hours, and much more. Qualified candidates can expect high-end compensation. You won't be disappointed. Call Bob at Top Gun Customs to learn all the details. 563-964-9899.
As a busy mom, I have challenges keeping my family on track, but appointments for healthcare visits are no longer one of them. Veterans Memorial Hospital has now opened a new clinic and walk-on, so complete care for my entire family is more accessible than ever. And providers care for all ages, so everyone gets the care they need when they need it. It's a welcome addition for busy families like ours and our community. To learn more, go to veteransmemorialhospital.com.
Veterans Memorial.
Bottom of the sixth inning, 2-0. Edco in the lead. It'll be Caitlin Hahn, Chloe Everett, Campbell Kirby. That will be 5, 6, and 7 in the Edco lineup. They lead 2-0, playing for some insurance. If you look ahead to the top of the seventh inning, Starmont will send up 3, 4, and 5. Josie Munger, Julia Kruger, and Keely Curtis. First pitch there, popped up. The catcher in foul territory. Kruger calls for it, and Hahn now 0 for 3. She pops up into foul territory. Good job by Kruger. Able to camp underneath that. Squeezed it with both hands, and that's out number 1 here in the sixth.
Yeah, nice job. Discarded the helmet there early and found it quick and made a nice play.
And to that again, Chloe Everett now up to bat, who flew out to right field, popped out to second. First pitch is lined up against the backstop. The count is 0-1. So 3 hits for Edco, and it looked like how they started this ball game. They had the bases loaded in the first with 1 out and a run in, but only ended up with 1 run. Otherwise, they've only had 1 other scoring chance in this ball game, actually 2. And here's the ball that is lined right to the glove of Mess Play, reaching up for it. Fenton correction at second base. Fenton took a step and then able to reach up for it as that ball was lined sharply. And Everett lines out for out number 2.
Yeah, nice little hops there by Fenton and made a nice play.
Campbell Kirby now up to bat with 2 outs. Kirby, first pitch, bouncing ball, fielded there in foul territory by the third baseman Curtis. Kirby is 0 for 2. Was safe on an error, but she was left stranded at third base. She was at third with 1 out in the second. Nobody out, rather, and they did not get her in. 0-1 pitch. Kirby called strike in the outside. The count is 0-2. Kirby also popped out to the mound. But otherwise, Edco has went quietly in the third, fourth, and now 2 outs here in the 6th inning. And the 1-1 pitch late on the swing and getting a piece of it and fouling it back is Kirby. 0-2 is the count.
Yeah, I think Starmont has to be really happy with their defense and pitching in this game.
Yeah, their defense, 2 errors that really, only one of them really turned out to haunt them. But defensively, they have made a number of key plays to keep them in the ball game.
They've made some tough plays tonight.
Yeah, their defense has been outstanding overall. And again, 0-2 is now the count. So Campbell Kirby, the 8-hitter up to bat. 0-2 pitch downstairs and away. And it remains now actually 1-2. So that's the first ball to Campbell Kirby. If you're talking about Starmont in the top of the 7th inning with 3, 4, and 5, there's the last time they were up, the 3 and 4 hitters got base hits. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, bounced in front of home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, so if they can get out of this inning, they've got 2 of their best hitters up, and you never know.
So Campbell Kirby trying to extend it with a 2-0 Edco lead in the bottom of the 6th. And Grumman delivers now the 2-2 pitch downstairs, 3-2. So Grumman was ahead 0-2. Doesn't want to lose her now. And the count goes to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Grumman has walked 3. She has struck out 2. Only walked 1 since the first inning. So here is now the 3-2 pitch to Kirby, and it's a high fly ball. This is hooking down the left field line. It'll make it up against the hillside, halfway up the line, and we'll do it again with a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Edco has not made an error defensively, but they've had a lot of routine plays that they've had to make tonight. 3-2 pitch. It is low. It is outside. It is ball number 4. 4th walk issued by Grumman, but a 2-out base runner for Edgewood Colesburg.
Yeah, it's possibly a big run if they can get this one scratched across.
Ellie Bockenstead is up to bat, the center fielder. She popped out to second, walked and scored in the 5th inning. So that was a leadoff walk, which was later singled in by Audrey Helmrichs. And this is the 9-hitter, and here's a wild pitch. Bounces past Kruger, and advancing to second base will be Kirby. So she's in scoring position now. And Bockenstedt, the number 9 hitter up to bat, leading 2-0. Boy, another run would be huge for the Vikings, huh?
Yeah, it'd be huge. Starmont's going to have trouble scoring anyway. If they can get that 3rd one, that's going to make it really tough.
And the first pitch was a ball to Bockenstedt. Bockenstedt, 1-0 pitch, takes it. It's a pitch that misses outside, and it goes to 2-0. So as we mentioned, Bockenstedt popped out to second, but walked and scored that huge run in the 5th inning. That made it 2-0. And that is held up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Good speed at second base with Campbell Kirby. And to the pitch there and taking all the way, and the count goes to 3-0. And on a delayed steal, Kirby going to third. The throw down not in time. Able to slide in safe as there was a low pitch to handle, I should say. And Kirby able to swipe third, move 60 feet closer.
Yeah, as soon as she saw the catcher didn't get that clean, she took off. And again, showing her speed there.
And Ellie Bockenstedt now 3-0 has to be taking all the way, and she is. The bat sits on the shoulder, takes it across the middle of the plate, and the count goes to 3-1. If you reach here, you get to the top of the lineup with 2 outs. And 3-1 is now the count. 3-1 pitch, it is high. It is ball number 4. So that is the 5th walk issued by Bockenstedt, and that is Grumman. That is back-to-back walks now, and there's runners on the corners with 2 outs. Lily Buriski is up to bat. Buriski is 0 for 3. She has struck out twice, been caught looking twice, and also popped out to third. Meanwhile, I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter coming in for Edco in this situation. And I believe it is going to be Hofer. Number 8, number 6 is who that is, but it is still Hofer. So number 6 is McKenna Hofer, who is 5 of 25 on the season. So this is a pinch hitting situation because Brisky would re-enter defensively. Runners on third and first. And here is the first pitch there to Hofer. Takes it, and it's a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So Edco hoping for a base hit here. Helmrich's waiting on deck. If you're Starmont, you want this out to happen right now.
Yeah, you want to get out of here and see if you can tie this game up.
0-1 is the count. And Grumman gets ahead. The 0-1 pitch, it's inside, off and running. Without a throw down to second base will be Bockenstedt. They'll concede that. No, it's not a steal, as the defense makes no play on it. But Bockenstedt able to walk right into second base. So now 2 in scoring position. And 1-1 is the count to Hofer. 1-1 pitch, swings on the inside, couldn't turn around on it. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now the count here. First base is open, but you want this out right now with Hofer.
Yeah, you don't want to load him for Helmrichs.
Yep, Helmrichs would be the more experienced bat that Edco has. 1-2 pitch, pop up. This is down past the dugout up the first base side. It'll make it out of play, as giving chase was the first baseman Schumacher along with Fenton. Well, out of their reach behind the row of fans there at the end of the dugout. And we'll do it again with a ball and 2 strikes. Base hit scores you 2 here for Edco.
Yep, this could be big either way here. Either you get out of it if you're Starmont, or a couple more runs scored if you're Edco.
So a ball and 2 strikes. Grumman now, the 1-2 pitch, it's upstairs and away, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I see Grumman kind of moving her left arm a little bit, trying to stretch out a little bit, but this is the first inning where she's really had to kind of labor on the mound.
Yeah, it looks like she might be just a little bit tired right now.
And 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now your 2-2 offering, and it's a slow bouncing ball. Second baseman Fenton gets it on the second hop, flips it underhand to the first baseman Schumacher. Vikings threaten, but again, they leave 2 in scoring position. No runs, no hits, 2 left. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It is 2-0, Edco trying to close it out.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans, we have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by James Rochford and Brandon Mather, agents for Community Insurance of Iowa in Edgewood, Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, Welterland Motors in Edgewood, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, and Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah.
So we go to the top of the 7th inning. Josie Munger, Julia Kruger, Keely Curtis, 3, 4, and 5 to lead things off. First pitch there to Munger. The count is 0-1. Munger 1 for 2. Kruger 1 for 2. They have the lone hits for Starmont. Curtis is 0 for 2. 0-1 pitch and taking a pitch on the outside for a strike. The count is 0-2. Eccleseder working on a 2-hitter, but more importantly a shutout. And they have needed every pitch, leading just 2-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. Eckel-Cedar now, the 0-2 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch. There is Munger. There's strikeout number 10. She has struck out 3 of the last 4, and it's the first out here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, we said Grumman was getting kind of tired on the mound, but Eckel-Cedar looks as strong as ever right now.
And she has not had the only inning where Starmont put a runner on was back in the 4th. Otherwise, it's been 1-2-3. And that brings up Kruger. As we mentioned, Kruger 1 for 2, swings right through a rise ball upstairs. The count is 0-1. So getting ahead is Eckel-Cedar with a 2-0 lead. And the 0-1 pitch to Kruger, a little something off on the inside, missed. And it goes to a ball and a strike. Our lights just popped on here in the top of the 7th inning as the sun has made its way finally past the tree area. 1-1 pitch away and outside, and 2 balls and a strike. Been a beautiful night, though, for softball.
Yeah, gorgeous night.
And once again, it will be Eckel-Cedar working here. And the 1-1 pitch inside, actually 2-1. Now it's 3-1. Eckel-Cedar has not walked anybody. And again, she doesn't walk many. You know, maybe 1 or 2 a ball game, but that has not been the case tonight. Has only went 3 balls on a couple of batters. 3-1 pitch, taking the pitch all the way is Kruger, catches the inside corner. The count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get base runners any way they can here.
Is this what, the 3rd batter she's went to 3 balls on, I think?
I think so.
3-2 pitch, high chopper. Second baseman getting in on that high hop is Jones. Flips it to the first baseman, Stelkin. That ball hit into the ground and ricocheted high. Kruger bounces out to second. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th.
Yeah, just dominating by Eckel-Cedar right now. One out left to get.
So Keely Curtis is up to bat. Curtis is 0 for 2. Popped out to second, and a strikeout victim. And the first pitch there is upstairs. The count is 1-0. And as I say that, they called it a strike. So I was ahead. That pitch was upstairs, but our umpire, and in high school softball, they have the delayed signal. And it was a strike. 0-1 pitch. That one is inside. That's a ball. So we're evened up now at 1-1. Stars down to their final out here in the top of the 7th inning. Just trying to get a base runner. Trying to get the tying run to the plate if they can here in the 7th. 1-1 pitch, fouled out of play over the backstop area. We'll do it again, a ball and 2 strikes. Best chance for Starmont in the 4th inning. They had 2 hits back-to-back with Munger and Kruger, but there was 2 outs when they got those hits.
Yeah, yep, just couldn't quite string enough hits together, and Edco hasn't made any errors and no walks either.
Eckel-Cedar's 1-2 pitch, called strike 3, caught looking on the inside, it's Curtis. The 11th strikeout recorded there by Eckel-Cedar, and that does it for Starmont in the top of the 7th inning. Edco wins it over Starmont by a final score of 2-0. The Vikings managed 3 hits, but they hold Starmont to 2, and it is Edco advancing into round number 2, defeating Starmont by a final score of 2-0. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to High School Softball from KCTN Sports.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is asking members to do the summer shift. No, it's not a dance. Simply reduce your electricity use between the hours of 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on weekdays. That's when power costs the most, so turn up the thermostat, delay the dishwasher, shift the start of laundry, and you can help keep the electricity rates affordable. This summer savings message is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Alameda Clayton, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Ray's Excavating, Little Bit of Country Stove and Fireplaces in Strawberry Point, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Egg Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, and LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville.
Welcome back to Colesburg. Our final score, Edco wins by a final score of 2-0 over Starmont. We begin our post-game show. We're joined by Edco softball coach Taylor Huber. Coach, let's first off start on the mound. Rachel Eckelceder throws a two-hitter, doesn't walk anybody, strikes out 11 in this ball game. Let's start there.
Yeah, she did a phenomenal job for a freshman. She's super poised. I don't think if you watched, you would know she's a freshman in a postseason game. And I said that in the huddle. I mean, we gave up no free bases. I thought that was huge for us. I told them, postseason, you got to be clean. Can't give up walks, can't give up errors. And Rachel definitely spearheaded that. So she did phenomenal.
All right. Offensively, kind of a tougher night for your team there. And had you seen a left-handed pitcher at all this year?
We've seen a couple, all good from Lisbon, but she throws a lot harder. So it's a little different. I think the speed got us a little bit more. That slower speed we've struggled with a little bit. Yeah, and we had some good hits that they stole from us, so I give them credit on that. Some big moments with runners in scoring position. So
yeah, certainly got off to the start I think you were looking for. Had the bases loaded in the bottom of the first inning, put a run on the board there, but again, did put some pressure on Starmont.
Yeah, I think by my calculations off the top of my head, I think we left 7 runners in scoring position. So we got runners on and got what we wanted. We just didn't quite execute.
All right, offensively, you only had 3 hits in this ball game. Let's start with Audrey Helmrichs. She had a base hit and drove in a run for you.
Yeah, like I said before when I talked to you, she's been, I think, our most consistent hitter. If I'm in a situation where we need a run and need a hit, she's the one I want up, her and Rachel for the most part. So she stepped up in a big moment.
Yeah, Rachel Eckelceder also had 2 hits for you.
Yeah, and she hit the ball hard both times, I thought. Her second one was great. We went inside-out swing there, and that's what we work on, so did a good job there, too.
All right, you mentioned leaving runners on the base paths. What else do you get out of a ball game like this here offensively?
I think I think we were really tight in the box, so I just trying to tell the girls that, and I'm hoping that first game jitters, kind of are out of the way now, and when we play whoever we play on Wednesday night, we have that little bit more relaxed in the box.
Yeah, Key High and West Central. Have you seen either? They were scoreless through 5. So we hope to get a final score. But do you know anything about those teams?
We've seen Key twice at 2 different tournaments. We've beat them both times. They have not seen Rachel, so that's definitely a plus for us. And I don't know much about West Central, honestly, but Key we're familiar with. So.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you. We'll talk to you before Wednesday night's ball game. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Edco softball coach. By the way, Key High and West Central are going extra innings, scoreless yet. They're going extra innings, still scoreless. Key High and West Central. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll be joined by Starmont coach Jake Munger, and we'll have game stats. Post-game show continues after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Stars Vikings Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Blooms Flowers, Gifts, and more in Edgewood. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lakewood Assisted Living. Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. RGK Portable Building, serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Carr Auto Group, and by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic.
Welcome back to Colesburg. Post-game show continues. We're joined by Starmont softball coach Jake Munger. Coach, first off, your team, this is exactly what you're looking for. A chance to get this ball game late. Certainly a great effort by your kids. Let's start there.
Yeah, I was very pleased with our effort. I told the kids afterwards, they played very gritty defensively. We got out of some sketchy situations there in the middle part of the game. I thought there in the middle part of the game we had a chance. We had a couple back-to-back hits there off a very good pitcher. Rachel did an outstanding job for them. 11 strikeouts, no walks. That's what winning pitchers do.
And you had mentioned you were concerned about, again, keeping those strikeouts down, putting the ball in play.
Yeah, and that's been our nemesis all year. And I told our girls after the game, this is my first year coaching. I've got a lot to learn. I got to get better at teaching the fundamentals of hitting, and that's going to be number one priority starting tomorrow, finding drills, getting the bat in girls' hands on their own time, getting in the weight room, getting faster, getting stronger. We got a good nucleus of girls coming back. So
2 errors defensively, but you guys more than made up for it. And I think it says about putting the plays behind them. And when there was a bad play, you guys certainly made your share of fine plays tonight.
Yeah, we had an error there that cost a run early in the game, and then we had a walk there in the middle that cost us a run. I wanted to try to keep our walks to 3. I think we ended up having 5.
Yeah.
But Maria Grumman is such a success story of battling a hip surgery, not playing last year, not pitching at all for a year and a half or more, and just being a regular for us this year, just a rock in our pitching lineup, and she did an outstanding job tonight, I thought.
You mentioned offensively, it was the best chance. Came in that 4th inning when it was a 1-0 ball game. Had the 2-out singles there by Josie and also Julia.
Yeah, our 2 youngsters, they have the highest batting average on our team this year, and for whatever reason, we just didn't hit well after that. After those 2, I thought once those 2 got on base, I thought it might jumpstart us a little bit there, and, unfortunately it didn't. But I'm very proud of our effort, the way the girls played.
All right, tell me about your seniors real quick.
Savannah Mess play, Sarah Fenton, Marie Grumman, I told them after the game, being a first-year coach, they came out, they've been regulars in the Starmont softball ever since they're little kids. They never complain. They're always at practice. They're just tremendous leaders, and even more so, they're tremendous human beings. They're great softball players, but they're just tremendous human beings, tremendous people, and they're going to be very successful.
Yep. So I know that you got some young kids to build on there, and that's what you're hoping to do, build for the future.
Yeah, and I talked to our girls. We had 12 in our lineup here tonight, and we have 9 coming back, and we got a few kids that are going to be youngsters next year that'll be eligible to play the high school ball. But it starts Thursday after the 4th of July break with them getting in the weight room and getting stronger, getting faster. We need leaders, I don't care if they're 8th grade or they're freshmen. They need to be leaders and get everybody in there and working hard to be better athletes.
All right, Coach. Great effort by your kids tonight. Gave yourselves the opportunity. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Dan.
You betcha. Starmont wrestling coach. He's also a wrestling coach, but that's how I usually talk to him. Softball coach Jake Munger talking things over about his Stars team. Quick break. When we return, we'll go through the game stats and wrap up the post-game show after this.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Colesburg. It is 2-0. Edco victorious over Starmont. For Edco, 2 runs, 3 hits. They committed no errors. For Starmont ends up with no runs, 2 hits. They committed 2 errors in this ball game. Let's go through the individual totals. First off for Edco, Rachel Eckersleder, 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, walked nobody, struck out 11. She gets the win for the Vikings. Maria Grumman in this game ended up going 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 5, struck out 2. We ended up with a pitcher's duel tonight.
Yeah, both of them pitched really, really well. Eckersleder maybe a little more dominating, but Grumman did an outstanding job on the mound as well.
Let's go to the totals now individually. First off for Edco, Lily Buriski was 0 for 3 in this ball game. McKenna Hofer was 0 for 1 in a pinch hitting role. Audrey Helmerich was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Lauren Kirby came in and pinch ran there, so the number 2 spot in the lineup had a hand in both those runs. Kirby scored the first run in the first inning, then Helmerich drove in the second run in the 5th inning. Rachel Eckersleder was 2 for 3. Reagan Stelkin 0 for 2. Maren Gall 0 for 3, but credited with an RBI, put the ball into play in the first inning. Caitlin Hahn was 0 for 3. Chloe Everett 0 for 3. Campbell Kirby was 0 for 2. Ellie Bockenstedt was 0 for 1, but walked twice and scored a huge run in the bottom of the 5th inning when she led off the 5th inning with a walk.
Yeah, they got in just enough basically on offense. Again, the defense and pitching was outstanding, and they got just enough out of their offense.
Let's go to the totals now for Starmont. By the way, once again, Edco, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Starmont, no runs, 2 hits. They committed 2 errors. Sarah Fenton was 0 for 3. Savannah Messplay, 0 for 3. Josie Munger was 1 for 3. Julia Kruger was 1 for 3. Keely Curtis, 0 for 3. Billy Jo Schlieder, 0 for 2. Alyssa Schumacher was 0 for 2. Taylor German, 0 for 2. And Grumman as well was 0 for 2. And the lineup, once again, for Starmont, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors. Edco awaits the winner of Keyhigh West Central. They are in extra innings and scoreless in New Albin. How about that?
Just a pitcher's duel kind of night, apparently.
Yeah, so Edco victorious 2-0. Let's talk about Edco going into round 2.
Yeah, I think they'll get a couple bats back, and hopefully that helps their lineup a little bit more. But anytime you've got Rachel Eckersleder on the mound, you've definitely got a chance to win.
And also for Starmont, got some young kids to build on there, but the big thing is Coach Munger talked about the work that's needed to put in there, and the other thing is getting kids to stay with it.
Yeah, they've got a couple really talented 8th graders, and if they can just keep adding to that and keep building that culture and getting some leaders and like he mentioned, getting in the weight room, getting stronger, faster, and better, they've got a bright future, I think.
All right, so our tournament coverage continues tomorrow night. Baseball action will be in Monona, MFL Marmac, North Fayette Valley. The On Deck Show at 6:30. Game time is at 7 o'clock here on KCTN FM 100. You can also catch it on KCTN.com. We'll see you tomorrow night. For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. Thanks to Paula Mahoney for running our studio show. Again, our final score, it is Edco 2, Starmont nothing. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlight scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.